Latest news. The Buffalo Bills will face the Miami Dolphins, and head coach Sean McDermott has given updates on who will be unable to play. Injuries could be a concern for fans. Leave your like, subscribe, share, and let's go. The Buffalo Bills will be without two of their defensive anchors when they host the Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. Head coach Sean McDermott confirmed that linebacker Matt Milano and defensive tackle Ed Oliver have both been ruled out for the Week 3 AFC East divisional clash at Highmark Stadium. Milano is dealing with a pectoral injury, while Oliver is sidelined with an ankle issue. Neither player was able to practice on Monday or Tuesday, leaving the Bills shorthanded against a division rival looking to secure its first win of the season. Speaking earlier in the week on WGR 550, McDermott emphasized that Milano's recovery timeline remains uncertain. "What I've been told is it's too early until they really see how this thing settles in, if you will, or plays itself out in terms of the days following the injury," McDermott explained. "I think that'll have a direct impact on how long he's out. That uncertainty looms large for Buffalo." Milano, a former All-Pro and one of the emotional leaders of the defense, has struggled to stay healthy over the last several seasons. After missing significant time with a broken leg in 2023 and a torn biceps in 2024, the 31-year-old is now faced with yet another frustrating setback. Since entering the league as a fifth-round draft pick in 2017, Milano has become one of the most dependable linebackers in coverage and run support when on the field. Across his career, he has 96 appearances, 80 starts, 513 tackles, 60 for loss, 42 quarterback hits, 10 interceptions, 39 pass breakups, 3 forced fumbles, and 11 fumble recoveries. His instincts and leadership make him a central figure in Buffalo's defensive identity, and his absence could force younger players like Dorian Williams and Joe Andreessen into bigger roles. Ed Oliver's absence is also a major blow. Now in his 8th season since being drafted 9th overall in 2019, Oliver has been a disruptive interior presence for Buffalo. In 93 career games, 84 starts, he has compiled 237 tackles, 52 for loss, 73 QB hits, 28 sacks, 9 forced fumbles, and 1 fumble recovery. At just 27 years old, Oliver is entering the prime of his career and was expected to be a key factor in pressuring Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Without him, the Bills' defensive line depth will be tested heavily, especially with Miami's quick passing attack and dynamic run game. The Bills' injury concerns don't stop there. Defensive backs Taron Johnson, quad, and Cam Lewis, shoulder, along with linebacker Shaq Thompson, hamstring/hand, are all listed as questionable for Thursday's game. While all three were limited in practice this week, their statuses remain uncertain. Johnson, in particular, is critical for Buffalo's secondary, given Miami's explosive wide receiver duo of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Still, Buffalo enters this matchup with confidence. The Bills are 2-0 to start the 2025 season, pulling off a thrilling comeback victory against the Baltimore Ravens in Week 1 before outlasting the New York Jets in Week 2. Quarterback Josh Allen, despite suffering a bloody nose in the win over New York, has continued to show why he is among the league's most dangerous offensive weapons. His ability to extend plays and push the ball downfield will be vital as the Bills try to keep pace with Miami's high-octane offense. The Dolphins, meanwhile, come in at 0-2, desperate to avoid falling 3 games back in the division. Head coach Mike McDaniel's team has shown flashes but has yet to put together a complete performance. Miami's offensive line has struggled, and without consistent protection, Tagovailoa has been unable to fully unleash his arsenal of playmakers. For Buffalo, this matchup is about more than just one game. It's a chance to reinforce their dominance in the AFC East despite mounting injuries. Losing Milano and Oliver is a significant setback, but McDermott and defensive coordinator Leslie Frazier will look to scheme around their absence by rotating players, sending creative blitzes, and relying on their depth. Bills fans know all too well how injuries have derailed promising seasons in the past. Since 2019, Milano alone has missed nearly 30 games due to various ailments ranging from hamstring to abdomen to leg injuries. The hope inside one Bills drive is that this latest setback will not keep him sidelined for an extended stretch. As kickoff approaches, the spotlight will be on whether Buffalo's depth pieces can rise to the occasion. For younger defenders like Williams, Andreessen, and even reserves on the defensive line, Thursday night represents an early season opportunity to prove they can step in when called upon. With Allen leading the offense, the Bills will look to ride momentum into one of their biggest tests yet. Miami may be winless, but divisional games are rarely predictable, and the Dolphins will surely be motivated to turn their season around. Buffalo has weathered adversity before, and with a passionate home crowd behind them, the Bills will aim to overcome injuries and extend their unbeaten start. Before Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen lifted the 2024 NFL MVP award this past February, his season ended with yet another dose of postseason heartbreak. The Bills fell 32-29 to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, dropping Allen to 0-4 against Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City in the playoffs. For all of his brilliance, the elusive goal of guiding Buffalo to the Super Bowl once again slipped through his grasp. This offseason, however, Allen has undergone a shift in mindset that may prove as significant as any adjustment he makes on the field. On Thursday, ESPN's Elena Getzenberg detailed Allen's reflections after Buffalo's latest playoff exit. "If we don't win, we're going to next year and we have a chance to win it next year," Allen said. "And I think every year that I've had in this league, it's like, it's gotta be Super Bowl, it's gotta be Super Bowl. And I think this year, I just want to be like, you know what? I just want to play football and whatever happens, happens." Focusing more on the process than the results and letting go of that expectation and going out there and just playing to the best of my abilities no matter what and just being where my feet are. For a quarterback often measured against near impossible standards, Allen's perspective marks a notable evolution. Rather than letting Super Bowl or bust pressure define his identity, the 29-year-old is trying to embrace the journey, an approach that has already shown positive results through the first 2 weeks of the 2025 season. According to StatMuse, only Russell Wilson of the New York Giants has totaled more combined passing and rushing yards than Allen so far, Wilson with 685, Allen with 631. Through 2 games, Allen has accounted for 2 touchdown passes and 2 rushing scores, powering Buffalo to a 2-0 start. He remains as dangerous as ever, blending his cannon arm with his bruising running style, but with a calmer, more balanced outlook on what it all means. Oddsmakers have taken notice. As of Thursday morning, DraftKings Sportsbook listed Allen and Baltimore Ravens quarterback Lamar Jackson as co-favorites for the 2025 MVP award, both at plus 320 odds. Still, Allen insists personal accolades remain secondary to team goals. "It's never been a goal of mine to win MVP," Allen admitted. "If anything, it's been to win the Super Bowl MVP. I think that's the better of the 2 awards. Make no mistake, it's a very cool honor. I really do appreciate it, but it doesn't change my life. It doesn't change who I am. And to that point, winning a Super Bowl probably doesn't change who I am either. But it's something this city has wanted for a very long time, and to feel like I can help be a piece that brings it here, that's more important to me than a singular trophy." That connection to the city of Buffalo remains at the core of Allen's identity. The Bills have never won a Super Bowl in franchise history. Their last appearance in the big game came during the infamous run of 4 straight losses from 1990 through 1993, a legacy that still hangs heavy over the organization and its fans. Every season in the Allen era has carried the weight of those memories, magnified by the Bills' inability to get past Mahomes and Kansas City when it matters most. Allen understands the frustration, but he also wants fans to recognize the unpredictable nature of the sport. "I'm gonna do everything that I can to make it happen, but don't worry about it," he said. "If I'm doing everything that I can and putting my best foot forward, sometimes the ball's gonna bounce the other way, and that's just the unfortunate part about what we play. But that's why we play, because the outcome is unknown. Just going out there and enjoying the game that I love." Buffalo fans have embraced Allen as the heart and soul of the team, and his authenticity resonates deeply. While some quarterbacks deflect questions about legacy, Allen is direct. He knows what the Super Bowl means to Buffalo, and he knows how close they've been. Yet by shifting his mindset to focus on the process instead of the pressure, he may finally unlock the consistency needed to finish the job. The immediate task at hand is a primetime divisional showdown. As of Thursday morning, ESPN BET listed the Bills as 11.5-point favorites for their Thursday night football home game against the 0-2 Miami Dolphins, a team that has looked disjointed and desperate in the early stages of the season. For Allen and the Bills, it's another opportunity to reinforce their dominance in the AFC East and build momentum for what they hope will be a season that ends in Las Vegas, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. For now, though, Allen insists he is keeping his focus small. Not on Mahomes. Not on February. Not even on the MVP race. Just on the next snap, the next play, the next game. And maybe, just maybe, that is exactly what Buffalo needs to finally rewrite its story. Leave your prediction for this match against the Dolphins in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.